Hey,
Hello.
thank you guys for joining us again. I have Christina on side of me today, and we're going to be talking about the topic, the importance of friendships and healthy relationships. So, first, I feel as though let's open it up with this statement. Well, not a statement, it's really just a good example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's the example of when Jesus called Lazarus from the grave.
Okay.
So Jesus called Lazarus from the grave, and he was dead. He was there for days, and his body was wrapped. He had dressings on him because that's the way that they prepared people back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so Jesus said, Lazarus, wake up. Right? Lazarus heard the call of Jesus, but he was limited in his ability of what it is that he could do because he was still in bondage. He still was wrapped up with those cloths.
Right.
So that's when Jesus called out to the friends that were there and said, go forth and loose him. Okay, and they listened and they went over there to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus sent these people to Lazarus and they began taking off the cloths.
Correct. Okay.
Okay, so you're taking something off of someone. Friends take things that are deaf, not good, off of you. And they reveal a better you, a brighter you, a true you. They build into you. So it is very important to have friends. You can't do it all alone, because if Lazarus thought that he could do it alone, what if Lazarus said, he'll be sitting up there, no, I don't need nobody help. Jesus, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming, and he'll be like, I'm coming, and getting nowhere because of his pride of thinking, I don't need friends. I got this. He'll have been rolling all over the ground trying to, answer the call of God. But God sends others that he ushered in to help aid you and assist you of those strongholds of that alcohol, those bad financial choices, all of that stuff.
Right.
If they're friends, they will take these things off of you and help you to grow. So friendships are very, very important.
Okay, so let's put me.
Okay.
Let's put me in the place of Lazarus.
Let's put you
let's put me in the place of
in
Lazarus.
a dead place.
In a dead place. Okay, so let's classify a dead place. What would be a dead place for you?
That could be so many places in so many people's lives. That could be careers, jobs, relationships with
whatever
your
you
family,
can't do on your own is a dead place.
Wherever you've been for a long time
is a dead place.
And not going upward, not exceeding in this, not getting anywhere, just dead.
Okay. So I'm Lazarus. I'm old boy Lazarus, all right? And I'm in my grave. Bound up, like you said, okay?
Bound up.
I'm going to be Lazarus because I've been Lazarus, okay? Because I'm like a lone wolf and I like doing things on my own, okay? But I'm learning you need those things called friends.
Friends.
You need those people called friends. So, I'm going to tell y'all the power of friendship because I learned it.
Yeah,
all right, so, okay, I've been Lazarus, now bound up, okay? I can do it by myself. I don't need your help. I can do it alone. I'll wait on Jesus, okay? So, you said Jesus calling me, right?
Yep, Jesus calling.
He's saying, okay, it's time for you to start being a photographer. It's time for you to start being a podcaster. It's time for you to start doing this. The next step I have for you, I need you to get ready to go do it. Yeah. All right? And I'm like, I'm coming, God. I'm coming. I'm ready to do it.
Yeah.
And as you say, I'm rolling and flopping all over my tomb, trying to get out. Because I'm wrapped up.
Trying to get
I'm wrapped up in my pride. I'm wrapped up in, I can do it by myself. I'm wrapped up in, I don't need you.
Yeah.
I'm wrapped up in all of that. Ooh. I can't trust people. I'm wrapped up in all of that.
Hurt. Yeah.
I'm wrapped up in that. Okay.
Yeah.
And he opens the tomb. I mean, he gives me an opportunity. He gives me the opening of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. He opens it up.
Yes.
You still can't do nothing, but it's open.
It's open.
Okay. And it's so good to have somebody outside your tomb waiting on you.
Yep.
You know, because my tomb could have been open and I got nobody there but the flies, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I had somebody out there waiting on me. Let's say it's you, because it's you. So she out there waiting on me.
Yep.
And she hears Jesus says,
hear the call.
What
your friends got to hear the call.
What you heard?
Go unloose her.
Unloose me. Okay. So you heard him say, unloose her.
Go work on you.
Go work on. So how would you unloose me?
Right? I got to work with you. I
Right.
got to love you. In true friendship, I have to love you back up from the grave. I got to help take this off of you. I got to help take, I could do it by myself all. I got to take pride, throw it to the side. I got to take ego, put it down, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it in a loving way where, because it's sent by God, it's going to just come falling off of you. And you're not going to see it as it's tough or it's hard or that it's a burden.
You know,
or
I might
someone's...
look at you the first time when you're doing it, like, what are you doing? You know? Get away from me. But eventually, God's going to calm your spirit down.
Yeah.
Then you're going to sit there and let these people
nurture you.
take what is not protection. It definitely ain't protection. Take off the bondages off of you, whatever it may be. You know, you can't trust people. Eventually, if she keep on peeling my wraps off, I'm going to eventually begin to trust her. Okay? So all of that you're taking off of me. You heard the call, so you was obedience, and you heard the call of God telling you, take it off of me. Okay? And so I'm free. All right. So would Lazarus be wrong if he just go on by his business after you done unraveled him? Like, he didn't say thank you. He didn't do nothing.
Girlfriend.
Like, would Lazarus be wrong?
Taking this to a whole nother topic, though.
But would Lazarus be wrong if you're like, all right, deuces. Thank you. I'm out. I can do this now.
What you think?
I would think Lazarus be wrong, but I know that.
Look. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you taking it this way. I'm going to take it here and then we'll bring it back, okay? I can't believe you brought it here because it's like, how did we get here? But that's what Lazarus did, though. Lazarus sat down at the table with Jesus when Mary and them were preparing the food. Martha and them, they all doing their things. They anointed God's feet with the oil and all of that. And Lazarus just sat at the table.
Chilling.
Big chilling. He just sat there. And everyone was praising God and praising Jesus for what he had done and how he had raised Lazarus and, you know, took him from out of that bondage. But that's a whole nother story. Because how many times have God took us out of that dry spot, took us out of that grave, and everyone around us is glorifying and praising higher than we are when we were the one that was in the grave, dry.
What about this? What about when, Lazarus, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for taking me out of that. Thank you. Okay. But is Lazarus missing something by not going back and saying thank you to the person who took it off of him? Like the person that God sent to take the bondage off of you, you don't go back and say thank you to, or you don't go back and give your praise to, in a sense. Not praise like Almighty God.
But let's get back to friendship.
But like,
like friendship.
So I'll be neglecting a friendship.
Because you should still pour back into that person. That person, if you have a friend that's that much of a value to you, it's not always about saying how they could be a good friend to you, but you need to be a good friend too. We have to be good friends as well. The same things that we want from other people and desire from other people, we have to be a safe place for someone else as well. We have to be safe places. That's our way of saying thank you, by being true friends and keeping a real friendship.
Okay, so my problem with friendship started long ago. I'm gonna be Miss Transparency so somebody can learn something from this, okay? So my problem with friendship started a long time ago. I had a few friends that I could actually say was friends, but majority of my life I've been alone with, okay? But to everybody who out there who was there for me and was a friend, thank you. I'm sad to say I sucked at it.
Okay, well,
I said to say I sucked it. I'm taking responsibility
For
that
your
I could have
part.
been a better friend.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't understand friendship. And it's probably because of the fact that I've been hurt in the past by other people that I claim to be friends. See, school and like in your younger years, that stuff is going to follow you. Some of that stuff is going to follow you. You think it ain't going to follow you. You think you're going to be unfazed by it, but some of your walk's still going to include some of that pain. You know.
Okay. But as you grow up, do you realize that you have to take responsibility for those hurts instead of blaming those children from the past because you put them in friendship spots where they weren't truly friendships, like you mislabeled them?
Yeah, I understand now. I understand now that I mislabel people. I understand that now I mislabel people. But now I have to get to a point where I can still want to make myself vulnerable enough to make friends. Because once you mislabel somebody, you automatically going to go into retreat mode and want to be, I can do it by myself.
But that's dangerous.
You know, but so many people start going at life like that. That's almost like a trend almost nowadays to be that type of person. Yeah. Do it on your own. You don't need nobody. You know, so we gotta actually shake that. It's coming from a person who was there. You gotta shake it, okay? You got to shake it. You have to shake it because God works through people. And if you want to grow and if you want to listen to God and do all this stuff for Jesus and Yeshua, then you actually need friends. If I don't listen, like I would be the person sitting in the classroom taking all the notes and leave out the classroom and act like I wasn't even there. Okay? Like, I would be a person coming to your seminar, getting all of the stuff and like, oh Lord, thank you that this person knows all this knowledge. Thank you. Now I can go do something with it.
Oh, so you kind of fell into the thing like they say about opportunists?
Lord, I was opportunist. I guess I was.
But think about it. I know sometimes that's real. That's real evaluation. And to some degree,
so transparent here.
But to some degree, we've all fell into that category. When you saying that, like you said, you got what you needed out of it, and you ran. That's an opportunity.
That's an opportunity.
So that's the importance.
My heart palpitating. No?
It's okay.
I was an opportunist. I didn't even know it.
But that's how we are learning and we're growing, right? And like I said, it's not all about like saying, you need to be a better friend. I need to get some of these friends. You need to become that better friend. I need to become that better friend. You need to still, we all need to work. It's constant development.
I'm working on
the things in which you want, you still, you have to become.
Yeah, and I mean, let me tell you something else.
And it's a good thing when it slaps you in the face and you find out your flaws. I get slapped in the face and I thank God for it. It don't feel good.
No, it don't feel good.
But like, then that goes to that verse. What that verse is? That verse. Oh man, come on.
Did you put it on a note card?
It was on a note card. I misplaced it, you guys. Goodness. But it was saying that, a friend, take the friends. You rather get the hurt of a friend when they're being honest than the kisses of the enemy. Okay, pretty much. So it's like, it hurt, but it was for you to grow, right? So when God convicts you on something, that's a lot. You see, a lot of times we as humans, we feel convicted on things, then we shun away from it. We'll feel convicted upon the word of God and we'll shun away from it. I'm just going to shut the Bible because he just said something I don't agree with. I don't want to hear that. That friendship, you're on the phone, you're talking, everything's good. Yeah. Everything's good. Say that one thing. Call click. I'm busy. I'll call you back. Yeah. It's just one thing that we don't want to hear that doesn't comfort us, that we feel that soreness and then we run. When we exercise, if we really want those muscles, that soreness, we know that, okay, a muscle's coming. Some of us still, even wanting let's be transparent, even though I want the muscle,
Mm-hmm.
if when I feel the hurt, I'm running. I don't want to exercise no more. That stuff hurted me. Right? But how are you going to grow the muscle? How are you going to grow the spirit? How are you going to grow the friendship if you don't go through the hurt? Yep. And the conviction. Yeah. And be happy for it, because guess what's coming? A muscle. Oh, I was an opportunist. You know, that sounded like I was kind of an opportunist. I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to come off as that. It's not saying that you was always out there seeking for opportunity. I wasn't always out there like that. I wouldn't say you were so reverted yourself that you weren't out there just trying to seek into my
No, because you got to think, okay, no, all right, let me clear this up, okay? I was that little geeky kid that sat on the corner looking at my binder full of notes, okay? Mm-hmm. That was me, all right? Mm-hmm. I didn't really see the value of having friends. Didn't, even at a young age. And when I tried, stuff didn't work, okay? Mm-hmm. And I guess when I went at it as an opportunist because I didn't know how to treat people.
Value
people.
Maybe you didn't know how to value it because you didn't know how to value yourself either.
Very
you're so
possible.
Used of that, like that to yourself.
Very possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Being an introvert, sometimes you don't think about how other people feel because you already you think about yourself, and you know what you don't like done to you. But hold on, now let me kind of bring this back in. You think what you do isn't going to hurt somebody as bad, or they're not. You almost like you don't fit. You don't I guess it is a value thing. It's a value thing. Mm-hmm. It's a value thing because so many people probably did it to you that when you do it to them, you feel like it's kind of normal and they'll get over it. Mm-hmm. I ain't that big of a deal that I'm going to ruin your day by disappearing out of your life. You know, that's kind of how you look at it, because you don't value like add to them, right? You think
so you didn't feel the exchange, like you didn't feel the value. I'm sorry, this is like but yeah, like you didn't feel like you were adding anything to the relationship or the friendship like that, and so you're like, it's fine. It's Gucci, yeah. It's Gucci, because you didn't feel no value. So
when people did this to me, I kept on going and I kept on pushing, but it wasn't right.
No, it's not.
It wasn't right. Okay, it wasn't right. Mm-hmm. So you got to learn how to shake that. I can do it on my own stuff, because eventually, let me tell you, you're gonna be feeling all dandy for a little while, but eventually it's gonna catch up with you. It's gonna catch up with you, and you're gonna be like, dang. If I'd only had more friends,
right?
Dang,
more opportunities.
Why God's not doing this for me? Why I'm never going to get to the next level? Probably because you're not talking to humans, to people that you need to talk to. Mm-hmm. You know, because God's gonna send Cindy Lou over here, and you gotta talk to Cindy Lou. Okay. If I never talked to Cindy Lou, and I know that Cindy Lou was my way into getting, I don't know what I want to do, podcast, you know, she was my way in. She's a good girl. She's nice. She knows a lot about podcasting. I like podcasting. Mm-hmm. But I ain't going to talk to her. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for God to give it to me, however he give it to me. Mm-hmm. And he's giving it to me through Cindy Lou over here. And I got to build a relationship with Cindy Lou. Mm-hmm. But if I never did it, then I'm just skipping out on my own blessings.
Yeah. You miss out on your blessings because you don't want to build relationships. Mm-hmm. And it's not saying that everyone's going, okay, let's clear this all up right here too, because it's not saying that everyone's going to be your friend. It has like associate, everyone goes into different categories, right?
Yes.
So some people are going to be there for you spiritually.
Right.
Some people are going to be there to just teach you more about your finances or whatever it is that you need to be sharpened in those areas. But you got to know how vulnerable to be with them because of knowing where you label them and where you're placing them.
Yeah, okay, so you went to, I talked over you when you said vulnerable and I said label. So when you say you got to know, I mean, you have to be vulnerable. I mean, you got to be open. You have to be open.
Oh,
you got to be susceptible. You have to be open. You got to put yourself in that. You got to put yourself in the field. You have to put yourself out there in the field.
I personally believe that you always have to be vulnerable.
You got to live. You got to live life vulnerable.
I believe that you have to protect yourself and not be like ignorant or like gullible or whatever. But
wise, don't be.
Yeah, like you have to be wise, but you always have to be vulnerable. You gotta take that chance of vulnerability. You cannot say, I'm just not sharing this with this person. I'm not sharing anything. I'm not sharing no information. I'm keeping everything to myself.
But that's why discernment is good, so you know who to share with and who not to share with.
That category thing that we were talking about.
The category thing. If you're an associate, I only go so far with my associates, but I'm gonna love you. If you're a friend, I'm supposed to go a long ways with you.
That's deeper. That's
because of friendship.
Yeah.
That's what the meaning of a friend. The meaning of a friend, like we put a terminology behind the word friendship, but so many people terminology of the word friend is different.
We messed it up.
So what is a true friend at the end of the day?
Someone that you really that's sharpening you and building you up in all areas,
so
and have no sabotage. And they gotta be someone spiritual. No, it ain't no stuff that's smoking and drinking and stuff, and just because you could get along and be clowning with them, they crack some jokes you thought it was funny, so that's my friend. It really makes you evaluate your friends. When I heard the sermon, it really made me think closely, like, friends. The world got a way of just calling everybody friends just because they make us feel good or we get along with them. That's not friends. A friend is somebody who truly, you like you could pick up that phone when you done lost it all. Like that person that God is using to speak through. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like when you really could call them. And they're there for you. And they know because some people pick up the phone. They ain't listening. But they picked it up like a friend does. But it's a difference in a real friend. And when you get that, you evaluate.
A real friend should know you inside and out.
All aspects.
If you are a circle, they don't supposed to know only 1/4 of the circle, or 2/4 of the circle, or 3/4 of the circle. They should know the whole entire 360. So there's nothing that you should be able to hide from a friend. You can't sit there and literally hide something from a friend, because a friend should know you inside and out. So they should know when you're being phony with them. They should know every aspect of you. They know your bad traits, your good traits. That's why
you can't call everybody a friend.
Yeah. So you call somebody a friend and they learn your bad traits and they learn your good traits. They are a burglar in your house. And you are literally letting the thief inside your house. Yep. Just because they smiled at you and they got a pretty smile. Like, oh, boy, that pretty smile.
Picked up all that
That boy that stole all your god doggone
dad and ringing off with it.
Yes.
And used it against you.
Yes.
And
what you did, fell for that doggone pretty smile, and that y'all was able to talk about cookies and cream for a little while.
Yeah.
But after cookies and cream was over, that was it.
It's nothing at the base.
There was nothing
at
there.
The base to hold it up. So
it
really makes you
level.
Think.
I want to talk about maturity level and how friends should mature you. I say maturity. Sometimes people say it that way. Mature. So maturity level. A friend should be able to mature you. A friend should mature you. If you have friends that's setting you back, you feel more growner than your friends. And when they come around you, you feel like we going back into 17-year-olds. We acting like 17-year-olds again when we in our 30s now. Like every time I'm with you, I feel like I gotta come down and start acting a fool with you, and that's the only way that I can vibe with you. That's a problem, because you're not making me grow. If I gotta come down to play with you, then you ain't making me mature. You gotta be able to, yeah. We ain't doing it right.
So as you grow older, you realize the value of true friends, pulling off strongholds, bondages, the things that you know you are in your grave with, you know, the things that weren't bringing you to life, the things that weren't adding up any value to you.
See, I feel bad now.
You know, it's okay because those childhood friends.
I ain't talking about my childhood friends. Look at me. I ain't talking about my childhood friends.
Well, what are you talking about? She all in her emotions, y'all.
See, I don't hold, and then that's another thing. I'm way past that point of holding anybody to blame for anything that happened in my life, or like still blaming your ex from high school, or still blaming this person from that person. You know, I'm way past that of holding other people accountable for what I feel. You know, I'm not there. You know, so I just want to clear that up and say that. Now, the next thing I wanted to say is I feel bad because I held back so much on that live. You know, I feel bad because I held back so much on the live when we were talking about this conversation because I didn't want to be too vulnerable. You know, but now I done spilled all my beans on the floor. But it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Recorded. You didn't have to tell everybody. You feel bad.
Well, maybe they go back and they listen to the live on Facebook and they're like, "Oh, she didn't say much." But now they come back and they see I done spilled all the beans on the floor. Yeah, but
it's fine. It's done. If somebody needs to hear it, who needs to hear it,
they're gonna
hear it. It's fine. And we all need friendships because friendships expand us. I've gained friendships, different kinds of friendships, because I also believed in keeping things really small. You know, really just like, oh, I'll just talk to my sister about everything. Always run to her. You know, but it's just other people have things of value to add to you. Other people have so much value if you choose to correct people.
You have to choose.
You gotta look at their fruits and really look at how they're listening, how they respond, the consistency of it, you know. And I see that friendships is really an iron sharpened iron situation.
I was about to say that.
It really is. Like getting those mentors and all that, not being prideful and saying that you don't need mentors or you don't need nobody to help you with this area of your life. Oh, ain't nobody need to know all that. Yeah. It got certain people that need to know all that. God, you know, it gotta send them, you know. Don't tell it to everybody because, yeah, some people don't need to know all that. The ones that's turning you into a junkyard instead of a tower, you know. They're supposed to build you.
Friendships instead of a tower.
Yeah. Packing on junk or packing on value.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, like pack on junk or pack on value. What are you looking like?
Yeah.
How cleaned up are you coming out at the end?
Yeah, I've been blessed to have people that are making me into a tower now, and I'm understanding that I need to
find some more. You know, but don't find them. Let God send them. That's first thing too. You know, because He does send them. Everybody has been sent my way. My people. It's not like 1,000 people. And I thank God for that. Because sometimes if you got 1,000 of them, you better question it. Because you shouldn't have no 1,000. It's that many. 1,000 true friends.
I don't know. Depends on how many true friends you need.
That's a lot. You know, but just watch and
there's a lot of people.
You know, yeah.
A lot of people know.
Like, that's being too technical. You probably have 100.
100.
Yeah, like when you get to a certain level, you know, and you ain't talking to them every day.
Everybody's on different levels with you. You know, some people not gonna know stuff, and some people won't. But that's the categories.
And you'll learn that. That's in the discernment of it all. But just know that friends do not deplete. They bring into your life.
And also remember, if we are all iron, and they say iron sharpen iron, how you gonna get sharpened if you don't let nobody rub against you? You know, how you gonna be sharpened if nobody's rubbing against you? You ain't thought about that. You just gonna rust. Now, if you want to be like rusty piece of iron on the side of the
it's not going to be effective, you know.
You're not going to be effective.
Piece of iron is ineffective.
Rusty piece of iron is ineffective. Ineffective.
You jabbing and jabbing and jabbing and jabbing.
Get nowhere.
And
the guy
kicking
thing,
it and get nowhere.
Just make some friends and see what God gonna do for you.
Yeah.
All right, just make some friends.
So
For all my lone wolves out there, just make some friends. It's gonna be fine. Go make some friends.
and have a good day.
Have a good day.
Bye.
I love you all.
Bye.